Peace. This is Brother Hatim. I'm broadcasting live from New Harvest Art Complex. We're doing rituals. This is the first night. I didn't expect that many people to come out, so it's cool. So I'm going to just get on the radio right now. We're grooving to some Fela in the background. Perfect. Fela. Conscious Brothers. And we sitting around chilling, and I'm going to start a conversation. But before I start the conversation, I want to make sure I do an introduction to those people that's here. We got Master Drummer, Allende West. You want to say some words, Allende?
Hey, what's up? What's up out there?
He whispering, don't mind him. He get loud after I just bring up some shit. And then we got Brother Asaru sitting over here. He chilling. He got an event coming up. Go and mention the event. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Peace. This is Brother Saru. I'm a promoter for Spiritual Root Society. And I'm having an event coming up July 20th at Troubadour Club on 2997 5th Avenue. We're having guest John P. from Canton, Ohio. We're having this hip-hop project from Columbus, Ohio. And Mahogany from Cincinnati. And we're having 3 DJs, DJ Abyss, DJ Red Sun, and DJ Shondo from Chicago. And our host, the Fat Kid Therapy, is coming from Chicago too. So definitely come through next Saturday, July 20th at Troubadour Club. Peace.
Now, the host of this whole piece is indisposed at this moment. Oh, there you go. Brother Quojo, come introduce yourself to my new radio show. Rituals. So, go on, tell them about yourself.
What's happening, family? This is Kojo hanging out here at New Harvest with Brother Hatim, Allende on drums. And Asaro is hanging out with us here at New Harvest. Tonight is Ritual Night, and we was just kind of exploring all the different levels of rituals that we can perform in terms of libation and building relationships with the spirit. So we want y'all to come out on Wednesday night. 9 o'clock is when it starts. We got the baddest drummer in Columbus here, one of the baddest poets with Hatem. And we got a whole lot of other folks who are going to join in this whole ritual of fulfilling the spirit with something more than bullshit. No, I didn't say that. Bullshit. Thank you, Hatem.
All right, let me give you the rules for the show as we start the conversation. You can't cuss more than I can. God damn it. It's my show. I do all the cussing. Y'all can do some of the cussing. So if you say shit once, I got to say shit 2 and 3 times because that's how it is. But, yo. That's now, I'm just joking. Enjoy yourself. But let me open up the conversation because the reason we wanted to start rituals because, first off, Wednesday nights belong to New Harvest Cafe. We started that shit a long time ago, so we coming back and we going to take this shit back over. Now, I just wanted to make that point. So I want to open up the conversation with this. We sitting here listening to Fela. We just got done reading some poetry. And I have to ask the gentlemen in the room because we got all men. There ain't no women here represented. So y'all got to come out to the show because when it goes down, it goes down. When the conversation starts, if you ain't got no voice, you asked out. But this is my question, gentlemen. What is the importance of art? Because the reason we doing this is not just because of the rituals. Even though art is a ritual, we doing it because our community needs arts. Far as the conscious movement, far as revolution, what is the importance of the artist? What is the role of the artist in a conscious movement? What is the role of an artist in revolution?
Well, Hatem, like you would always say, the artist is the vanguard to the revolution. And when we continue to create art, that's in terms of drawing, writing poetry, playing drums. You know, our whole lifestyle is an art, from growing gardens to speaking to one another. So you have to understand that, see, artists have to continue to create. So, you know, we as artists come in different forms, you know, and we write, we play drums, we draw beautiful pictures, we write stories. Keep up the good work and don't ever give up. Who else has got a Allende?
I'll say The artists are documentations. We document what's going on, what is real outside of the physical realm. What we do is we float. We're verbal and oral and musical historians. And I believe the artists, as ourselves, what we do is we give excuses for those that don't need to be excused. Okay, that's how I feel. So when I'm doing my art, I leave myself. I'm straight spirit. And that's what we need to do. We need to document ourselves as spiritual people because there is one that brings us together, which you may call him the Most High. You might say God. You might say white Jesus. I like to say dreadlike Jesus. But I mean, whoever it is, it brings us as the one, as a spirit, and that's just artistic. Now, me, I'm one letter from artistic. I'm kind of autistic. But we're not going to go into that, all right?
I feel like, the arts and music set us free from the environment that we are in, So, like, when I write my poetry or I make music, what I'm saying, it sets me free from the environment that I'm in. And, and just let all the BS that, that's around me, just let it go and truly express myself. So that's what music has done for me, and it has done for African people all over this globe. So
my question is also to artists, is that how do you turn what you write and what you say into a movement? Because, we become these artists and we go from theology and not really know how to put it into a plan or how to make a movement out of it. I mean, Negro's been writing and playing music for a long time, but I just haven't seen like the benefits on this low level, especially in the community. So I say to artists, the big question is, how do you turn your art and your writings into this movement, man, where we all can benefit from what you're creating?
All right, I'm going to respond to that. The first part is to understand that the artist comes from the realm of the imagination. And the imagination, I believe, shapes and forms the universe. So by us speaking it and talking it and playing it and drawing it, we bring it into reality. The art that has been put at the forefront of our people right now is basically art that leads us down a path of destruction. It is up for individuals like us that are conscious of the power of art, because when you do an art, you throw people into another realm. Like Asaru said, you set them free, or you could put them in bondage. The artist holds a lot of responsibility because in traditional society, the artist belonged to a secret society, because those secret societies understood that in creating these words and being able to put these words together, in creating the beats, in being able to get people to get hyped up and get into a trance, you were doing something that was God-like, and you create. It is God-like.
So T.D. Jakes is an artist?
T.D. Jakes is an artist. When you listen to a pastor speak, the pastor is using something that is older than the scripture. It's called storytelling. Storytelling is an art.
Creflo Dollar and all them other big pimples.
They are artists, and they are able to structure it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a prime example. A lot of people don't like the book that Manning Marble did on Malcolm X. But if you jump all the way to the end when Manning Marble describes Malcolm X as a storyteller and tells how many people pull from African folk tales to tell their stories, and the method and the mode that he tells it in, you will understand that all these individuals are just the griots that are not focused on nation building now. And this is what I'm going to say. As an artist, we have to do what some of y'all said, because I can't remember exactly who said it, get outside of ourselves and divorce ourselves from just the monetary gain and get into the aspect of the power of the art. Like Fela Kuti, I believe he was a true artist because damn near every song he had was one about enjoying himself and having people enjoy themselves, and he delivered a motherfucking message.
So you saying that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King are the more advanced artists who took an art form to a higher level in terms of creating a platform, a plan, and a direction for which their creation, in terms of their art, for a whole mass of people. Marcus Garvey, I'm talking about, you calling Malcolm X and Martin Luther King artists? That's it? Not revolutionary?
What is a revolutionary other than an artist? A revolutionary is somebody who has a vision beyond the world that he's in. And in order to create that world, you got to be an artist.
Look, right there we go. We said it right there. Look, I know this. I don't know about all that responsibility stuff, but I'm going to tell you this. As an artist, I want to leave my impression because it's not going to be appreciated till I'm gone. And that way I'll live on. I'm going to say that.
Now, I'm going to kind of disagree with that piece because this is what I'm saying. As artists now, we can have an impact right now with social media and the internet because now we are connected to billions of people, and all we got to do is put our voices out there. And those that are destined to hear us will hear us, and you will leave your impression now. Right now. What is a revolutionary? Now, the point is now you need somebody like Asaru who introduced himself as a promoter to get behind you and to help you identify the crowd that you're looking at. We got to be scientific about the shit we're doing. No, you don't have to think as an artist. As an artist, you need to do. You need to surround yourself with people who can do that thinking and handle that money for you. Because we see, I know you fuck up some money. You might fuck it up faster than I will.
Yeah. Well, look, no. So if I draw a picture, it costs $250. And I die tomorrow. How much would that picture be sold for?
If you was an artist that had no impact, that shit would be worth 15 cents. But if you was an artist that left impact and people could pick up a story out of your art, it'd be worth 10 times more. Maybe 100 times more. Because Picasso drew a bunch of cube shits, and now motherfuckers is talking about all I want is a Picasso.
You know, Hot Tim, back in the day, those Malcolm X's and Martin Luther Kings and those people, they didn't have all these sophisticated devices, and to create a movement. And here we got all these internet, Twitter, we got Facebook, and Instagram, and all kind of sophisticated ass devices, and we still can't galvanize the people to move into a movement or even collectively come together. So, we didn't. So if we gonna promote bringing folks together, we gotta get paid, and it's become commercialized. It's like, well, I ain't gonna do it unless somebody gonna pay me. So it seems like there's no level of commitment in terms of the seriousness of the times and what's happening with our people. Because we're dying every day, man. When I deal with children every day, I see the more decline into this abysmal level of just ignorance, man. Some of the children that we deal with on a daily basis, who are 16, 17-year-olds, only have a 9-year-old mentality, man. They don't even, and it's sad. It is right. It's so sad that we have now degraded the mentality of the movement and the seriousness of the times of black people, to just how can I get to a monetary? I gotta get paid first.
Now, the one piece that I think that we might be missing here is that the artist was always taken care of by the community. Right now, the community don't appreciate the artist. They appreciate people that could bring the medium in of money. The medium of money. Money is nothing but a fucking illusion that takes the place of the community respect and the community taking care of them. Well, even before gold, money was about relationships. Money or the currency was about relationships, because as an artist, you always will be able to eat because people appreciated what you did, because artists bring the spirit. Now, what we have to be able to do is find a way to mold and meld the two. Because if we don't do that, what we're going to have is we're going to have constantly hungry artists. A hungry artist is going to start moving towards doing something that's going to get him paid. So then now, when we got hungry artists, we're going to have motherfuckers pop up like some of these hip-hop artists that rap about absolutely nothing and get paid.
Hi, Tim, you know damn well that the new leaders of Black America is Kanye West and Jay-Z, Beyonce, and come on now. So, you know, whoever gets the most exposures and spotlight will be the new leader of the black community. Now, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and any other black person who professes to be the... What you talking about? It was just... But, I mean, when you look at television in terms of those who... You know, the sad story is that who are the new leaders out there? Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is dead, bro.
Now I want to say this, and I want to be clear, and I'm gonna say this shit, and I don't care if people be mad at me, but Malcolm X and Martin Luther King wasn't everybody's leader when they was motherfucking alive. So let's not get all into that shit like these motherfuckers had a whole mass of motherfuckers following them, because just as many motherfuckers were sitting at home dogging them, but we only appreciate people when they die. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a nightmare that Malcolm X lived until he was 70 years old. And in that, by the time he was 50, you laughing, because that's how hard they came at us. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to look at the reality of the piece. We don't want to look at the reality that it's a possibility that if Malcolm X had lived, that they would have defamed him to a point to where Malcolm X might have been smoking crack, because he would have wanted to escape this shit. Just like a lot of you niggas smoke weed to escape this shit. Let's keep it real. So now, we have to fuck in this. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. Artists can't be worried about how big the art get. They have to get their own small followings. Because like what I love about Fela is that Fela didn't have all Nigeria behind him. But Fela had a place like New Harvest, but he called it the Shrine, where his circle of people came. And his circle of people supported what he did. And what we need to do as artists is get our small circles of people to support what we doing, and we support what they doing, and we develop networks where everybody, if we want to talk about getting paid, can get paid. But if we come in automatically looking for money, you always going to be disappointed. Always. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get the money.
You know how, Tim, first of all, let me defend Malcolm. I think if Malcolm would still be alive, he would have maintained the integrity that he had from the start to the finish, because he truly understood better. So, but, you know, if we speaking in terms of like Huey P. Newton, it was a whole different, because, you know, Malcolm, first of all, had discipline. And when he became and pledged to be a Muslim and wanted the following of Elijah Muhammad, he was committed to that. So, well, let me hold on. Let me just say this. Who are the people out there who have maintained the integrity of the black community? And those who were a part of that mass movement back in the day. So I ask a question. If you out there and you listening to this show, call in. 614-447-8810. It's a live show. And if you're still keeping the integrity of those who were the freedom fighters of the back of the day, like Malcolm, like Medgar Evers and all those who fought during those times, and struggled. If you still, yeah, he did too. But
all
if
the people that you mentioned,
yeah, most of them. But if y'all are yeah, and if you cut from the loins of those, I want you to call into the show.
Ain't none of y'all out there come from them loins. Look, they dead. The point is, and we need to salute them, we need to respect them. The only point that I was trying to make is, I know from my personal experience that they would have did a full court press on Malcolm X if he had lived. A full court press. So maybe he wouldn't have smoked crack. Malcolm would have had to do something to relieve the stress because they was coming hard. You know what I'm saying? Now, for those that are maintaining integrity, most of them motherfuckers is broke. You know what I'm saying? Because let me give you the Black Revolutionary Retirement Plan. See, because this is the issue that we all have to deal with. We laugh about the shit, but the Black Revolutionary Retirement Plan, after years of service to the black community, no house, no car, nobody taking care of your medical bills. You die depressed and angry, and you continue fighting. And alone. Because there ain't gonna be no woman that's gonna stick around and support you through all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So now, especially when you come in with truth, that is the Black Retirement Plan. And we have to change that shit. When my elder Normal X died, you know what I'm saying? I had absolutely nothing to give this man. And you know, and all the people that show, the point that I'm saying is we let our heroes down. They hold us up, but we let them down because we don't support their art. Normal X was an artist. His art was history. This motherfucker get up on the stage and paint a picture that you wouldn't even believe. After he got done talking, you be like, damn, I didn't know that. Malcolm X was an artist. Martin Luther King was an artist. Marcus Garvey was a supreme artist. And I'm going to say this to all those out there that's talking about you conscious. With this social media that we got now, if you don't reach as many people as Marcus did back in the 1920s and 30s, you deserve to go to hell if there is one. You deserve to burn. You deserve, because if you don't reach 3 million people, at least getting your idea out, you deserve hell.
Well, there you go there, huh, Tim? These white folks probably shut your black ass down. And they control the media, you know what I mean? Come on, Whitey. Let us at least reach at least 10 Negroes out there who want to listen to us. How about 15 Negroes? No, 50? Come on now.
I'm going to say this. Listen. This is why I'm starting to... Exactly. Hey, my man said Harriet Tubman had a lot of white friends. This is the issue. This is the point that I want to make. Sometime what made Malcolm stand out was Malcolm wasn't scared of the negative media. I want motherfuckers to ban my show. I want black people to be mad at my show. I want white people. I want Asians. I'm equal opportunity. I'm going to pee on your head. I don't give a fuck. We need people to ban rituals. You know why? This motherfucker will be packed. Soon as they ban and somebody come out negatively against us, that's when the shit is going to be packed. That's when Allende won't have to worry about a motherfucking paycheck, because he could play drums here every Wednesday night and get paid because motherfuckers want to come and see what might pop out of Brother Hatim's mouth. I don't give a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying? I got enough sons and enough daughters that one day gonna step up and take care of the kids that I have. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Some of you motherfuckers need to step it up and quickly. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make is this. We so concerned about, my fault, Fela described it best. Black men, you have turned from African man original to motherfucking gentlemen. You fucking gentle bunch of, you's a bunch of gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We need to be African men original. You know, and what that means is that when something is wrong, we stand up and we speak on it. We talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We allow people to do what they do. We allow people to be who they are. But when it affects our motherfucking community, you know what that means? That means that if I have to open hand slap your ass, because the majority of y'all out there bitches anyway, I don't believe in punching bitches. I slap bitches. Male and female. You don't punch a bitch. Y'all do understand that, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. No, that ain't the end of the show. We got 20 more minutes. Go ahead, Andy. Give him an interlude because I got to go to the bathroom. I'm back. One, two, three, go! Wednesdays, we're back, and I'm taking that shit back. Come to Rituals on Wednesday nights. That's hot. He calls himself the Organic DJ. Now, check this out. This is the next question I'm going to put on the floor for men. Since men are here, we got everybody else having comments about manhood. In this room of 4 men, can anybody please give me the definition of what a man is so that we can squash all this shit, because I don't want to hear another woman define manhood for a man again. Ever.
I'm gonna tell you this. We all skate.
Now, hi Tim, why would you want to pose that kind of question tonight? Because we want Rituals to be open to all genders, and it's just not. Well, hold on, hi Tim. Then put your balls back in your pants. This is a I think a set that welcomes women, because we need that femininity to help tone us down, because I tell you, us brothers, we got so much testosterone that's built up that we don't know what it's like to have a real queen, somebody who can really nurture our spirits and bring out the best. So, and now here's Hot Tim, right? See, he gonna fuck it up for all of us, and I ain't trying to fuck it up. So all you beautiful women out there, come over to New Harvest, 1675 Arlington, every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, because it's going down. Rituals, open to males and females. And all these guys who's sitting around here with their nuts hanging out, hey, we are not about that. You know, Hot Tim, put your nuts back in your pants.
I put my nuts back, but I wasn't asking the question to offend women. I'm asking the question so that we can have a discussion about manhood. Women, they can have their input, but when it comes to manhood, they can't define it. And we got to be clear about that shit. That's our arena. And black men need to start stepping up and being clear about what manhood is. And since it's all men here right at this point in time, I'm going to let my balls hang, and I'm going to ask the question again, what is a man? Now, if the women want to call in, call in. He gave you a number. Also, you can hit me on my number. It's on my page. You can hit me up on my blog. That's cool. Y'all can have input, but it's all men here. So one of y'all gonna have to step up to this mic and give me an idea of what manhood is. Don't be thinking over there quietly.
No. I think women need to. Oh, okay. I think y'all ladies need to practice more humility and integrity when it comes to men. That's all I got to say.
You know, the one I can say one thing about what is missing is the visibility of men who should be visible in the community and doing business. And I think one thing that men did back in the day, they did some kind of business or commerce in the community, and that is gone. Now you got Hafiz and Muhammad in your neighborhood selling your goods. So, you know, we was about a people who sold goods. We did trade and commerce, and men always were the providers in terms of bringing resources to the community. So growing food, always trying to provide and do something, not just for the family, but for the entire community, being visible. And I think, and so if we look to see where those individuals are today, They're absent, bro. They're working out here for the white man to make him rich, and they don't have no time to be out here doing any. Because on Mount Vernon, if you think about on Mount Vernon, those men had to work downtown, and they had to also create businesses in the community. That's why they had bowling alleys down there. That's why they had grocery stores, furniture stores, and clothing stores. Those were the same men who had to go down and work for Whitey, on the other side of the bridge. So we need to be very clear. It wasn't no bridge then, right? So we have to be very clear that we have to play a bigger role out here, making ourselves visible in terms of commerce, creating resources and opportunity for each other.
Anybody else? See, because
I think a real man is a man that's not afraid to defend and die for his nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm 24, you know what I'm saying? In my generation, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of men in my generation that's afraid to step up and defend for what they want to fight for. So I think a real man is a man that defends and dies for what's right and dies for his nation. So that's the definition of a man for me.
I could dig that. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go back to the point where Quojo was talking about put up your balls and stuff. I don't think that nowadays men have a lot of testosterone flowing. I think a lot of you motherfuckers got too much estrogen. I think a lot of us got too much estrogen flowing through our motherfucking our veins. A lot of estrogen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm be honest. I'm gonna say this. One thing about African culture that we always got to understand: the African woman was the motherfucking hustler. She was the market woman. Now the man was producing the shit that she sold, but she was the one in the markets. Now, the point that we got to make is, yeah, we need a lot of black businesses, but we don't need black men running in the front of the store, because black women was the ones that traditionally ran the motherfucking stores. We was the ones that produced the shit that went into the stores. We're no longer producers. We have become fucking consumers. But not only are they thrown off, because the only reason black women are thrown off is because black men is thrown off. Well, now, my man said black women get power and they look at men and like they ain't shit, but in many cases, I must agree with black women. In many cases, we aren't shit. What are we producing? I mean, if you're an artist, then your art is your production. But if you're working for somebody else, you're not doing nothing, you're not producing nothing, you're just a motherfucking consumer. Back in the day, a consumer was a negative term. Consumption was something that the devil did. As black men right now, we doing a lot of consumption. We consume a lot of alcohol. I'm guilty. We consume a lot of tobacco. We consume a lot of weed. We consume a lot of pussy. We consume a lot of clothes. Well, if you're consuming it, but you're not producing anything to support it, then how are you standing up as a man? A man is a producer. We produce by nature. We're supposed to produce. And if we're not producing, then we're throwing the whole fucking balance off. I'm not giving women a pass because it's all men here. But what I am going to say, as far as our part, we're not producing shit. And then we get mad at women when they step up and be productive. We need to produce more than semen. We need to produce more than a moment of gratification called a motherfucking orgasm, which most of you motherfuckers, because you got so much estrogen flowing through your system, you can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing men with titties now. I'm very concerned. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about going into a new business. Y'all want to hear about my new business?
What? Giving out estrogen patches?
No, I'm thinking about producing a male bra for men who have produced so much estrogen that they need a motherfucking training bra. I think it'll be a good business. All these men and all these young boys got these goddamn titties. Once your estrogen is flowing through your system, you supposed to have lean meat for battle. That's what man is designed for, battle and production. And if we ain't doing one of those, then you ain't no motherfucking man. If you don't have a conflict that you are involved in, if you don't have a struggle that you are involved in, if you don't have something that you are willing to die for and live for, you ain't a motherfucking man. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. But this brother Hatim, I'm at Rituals. We up here kicking it and having a good time. Feel free to come out. If you have comments, feel free to go put the comments up, good or bad. Please ban my show. Ban my show, please. Please, say some negative comments about my show. Put a negative post so I could go on and blast your ass. I rarely get comments because I think motherfuckers are scared of me. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because either they're not listening or they scared. They don't want to pass it on to their friends, huh? Oh, I gotta do the auto tune. Well, listen to my show. All right, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. This brother Hatim. We live at New Harvest Cafe. Come check us out. With that, I say peace. Hopefully next week it'll be some ladies up in here, so we got next Wednesday nights. We taking that shit back. This brother Hatim. I'm gonna have to put because I don't want none of my kids to stumble on this show, so I'm going to have to put adult content. With that, I say peace. And may your evening be as beautiful as you are. And if you are ugly, do the best that you can.